It's crazy that going back just, 2 years ago, the idea that a new financial system was coming was seen as a speculative idea. Looking at the market today, going through everything that has happened in 2025, I don't think that anyone would be arguing with me on the idea that a new financial system is coming. We have watched nearly every single big player in finance tell you this year and confirm to you that yes, a new financial system is underway. And what company for the last decade has been focused on changing the way money moves since inception? Ripple. And they have been locked in on blockchain the entire time, using, of course, the XRP ledger and XRP. Now, when we think about that, we do look at what's been happening. Okay. And I made a post on X on the 22nd. I said specifically that this year we got the confirmation that this space will go absolutely parabolic over the next 5+ years. I'm not talking about us waiting 5 years for growth. What I'm telling you is that over the course of the next 5 years, it's essentially up only for fundamental growth. It's essentially up only for tokenized value moving on chain. It's essentially up only for utility-based projects, because over the next 5+ years, we are going to see every single big player moving on chain slowly but surely. Asset management companies with 1 trillion plus in assets under management telling all of us that every asset will be on chain. The SEC saying all US markets are moving on chain. The largest banks saying they are moving on chain. The DTCC confirming that they will begin tokenizing in 2026. This, Swift, the largest financial network in the world, now utilizing blockchain technology. Wall Street eager to launch crypto investment products. NASDAQ confirming the shift to 24/5, eventually getting to 24/7 using digital assets. These are just some of the clear green lights that we got this year confirming the path this space is on. In the future, we won't be worried about price action. We won't be watching charts. Instead, we will be watching the entire world flip to digital. Welcome to the new financial system. And yes, this is exactly what we got this year. Clear confirmation that our utility-based projects that we hold in our portfolio, that we have been studying, tracking, watching for years, their time is nearly here. The DTCC, yes, confirming that they are going to be leveraging blockchain for tokenization. It does not matter what blockchain they are using. It could be Canton, it could be XRP. It does not matter. The main thing that we are looking at here is all that value will be bridged over multiple networks in the space, being moved 24/7, 365. And Swift also adding a blockchain-based ledger to their infrastructure. Is it XRP? No, it's Ethereum. It doesn't matter. Again, that value, value movement, all being bridged between different networks. This is not a one network fits all approach. It's a multi-chain future. At the same exact time, we just got a post from The Street, which, by the way, The Street is a massive, this is a massive account. They have over 840,000 followers, huge media company. Big money is starting to treat crypto less like a trade and more like a system. And yes, they are. They're moving on chain. They're telling you exactly what's happening. Here we have Larry Fink saying crypto will replace the traditional financial system. When we hear a statement like this, we cannot take it lightly. Listen closely.
Getting to, invest in markets through, let's say, crypto, they're investing in it, but now we could get them into the more traditional long-term retirement products. So we look at that as the next wave of opportunity for BlackRock over the next tens of years as we start focusing, moving away from, traditional financial assets by repotting them in a digital manner and then having people stay in that digital ecosystem, getting to,
And again, this is the largest asset management company in the world, telling you exactly what's happening, telling you how bullish they are on crypto. Yet we still have people that are extremely bearish on crypto right now. And if that wasn't enough, we also have Jamie Dimon going on national television and telling us crypto is better than the current financial system.
Blockchain is real. It's been around for quite a while, but now it's becoming more effective, more efficient because people are finding ways to do it faster and cheaper, permissioned or not permissioned. Smart contracts, I think, will probably be real. Blockchain is real. It's been.
And again, when you start to hear these conversations arise from, again, this is the largest US bank. This is the largest bank in the world. And they're telling us, hey, guess what? This is real. It's happening. And we're starting to tap into this space. Again, you need to understand what's happening here. These are not crypto degens. They're not, just your typical influencer. These are the biggest TradFi giants telling you that they're now looking into crypto. They're now tapping into crypto. And even the president, the dollar is getting a crypto upgrade. Trump, the financial system is decades out of date. Under the new Genius Act, America's ancient payment rails will be rebuilt using state-of-the-art crypto tech, strengthening the dollar and fighting back against BRICS. This goes all the way back to July.
Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after I really met you for the first time? The Genius Act provides banks, businesses, and financial institutions a framework for issuing crypto assets back one for one with real U.S. dollars, treasury bills, and other cash equivalents. It's really strengthening the dollar and giving the dollar great prominence in many American.
And again, when we hear this from everyone, it's not just the president, it's from banking CEOs, it's from the largest asset management company in the world. I mean, guys, don't take it from me. Who cares about what I say? I'm a YouTuber in the crypto space. Doesn't matter, right? When you hear the president talking about how crypto can strengthen the dollar, how it can, help our financial system, then you have Jamie Dimon from the largest bank in the world telling you that crypto is real, smart contracts are helping streamline internal processes. And then you have Larry Fink from the largest asset management company in the world also telling you like crypto's here, everything's going on chain. Tokenization is the biggest mega trend so far, next to AI. These are major statements. These are statements that will reshape the financial system for the next 100 plus years because it's now at the point where they are recognizing the value and the power behind this tech. And then Crypto.com's Travis McGee, global head of predictions on fintech megatrends. Big shot to subjective views for this old financial infrastructure from the 1970s to 80s or even older is holding us back. It creates too much friction and can't handle modern needs like 24/7 trading or instant settlements. Prediction markets exploded into $1 trillion space almost overnight, and they're not going away. They're forcing the system to upgrade fast. The future is the super app, one platform for everything, banking, loans, stocks, crypto, derivatives, global transfers, all seamless, no jumping between apps. Blockchain will make this possible. Fintech isn't a trend. It's the permanent upgrade of how money and markets work. Check it out.
Put some megatrends on the table.
There's so many. I do want to dovetail just a bit on what Rob had mentioned. I mean, one, and he's certainly right, one of the biggest megatrends that we see are the underlying rails of the financial system. And I would argue, a lot of them certainly are still, centered on the 70s and 80s, some well before that. And you look at our market infrastructure from a trading standpoint, both in the United States as well as globally, in a lot of sense, you have 100 plus year old rails that we're operating on top of that haven't changed at all. So, why does that matter? Well, that, to Rob's point, it adds friction to the system. It adds friction to our ability to innovate. It adds friction to our ability to grow as a collective global society. One of the things we were discussing in the back room, interestingly enough, you had mentioned, someone had made the comment, well, will fintech survive? Well, of course fintech's going to survive. Fintech, though, has to evolve. It's not as if fintech's this passing thing, fly by the night type concept. We, as a society, have to evolve. And with that evolving, we're seeing that in the way our capital markets operate. We've had some of the largest disruption in the history of financial markets globally, as recent as over the past 6 months, with everything that we've seen in event contracts, the likes of Crypto.com, Kalshi, Polymarket. You're talking about $1 trillion market virtually created overnight that trades in a 24/7 capacity. Well, what rails are going to support that at scale? We're not built for 24/7 trading and 24/7 capacity at this point in time. So a lot has to change to support those markets, because those markets aren't going away. Those markets are going to continue to grow and continue to provide access. And that leads to the next super trend, which is this concept and idea. It's not necessarily novel. It's something that I think a lot of players have chased over the last couple of years, but that's this concept of a super app. It's a one-stop shop to access all opportunities. And it's a big focal point of Crypto.com with 150 million clients globally. Certainly crypto is very centric to our business, and that's where we were, our roots were founded. But 150 million clients want access to more than just crypto. They want access to opportunity, however that opportunity may present itself. So the rails underneath all of that have to be able to support that innovation. And that's everything from the way U.S. equities trade, the way global equities trade, the way they're cleared, the way they settle, how fast they settle. Obviously blockchain is going to help a lot of that along the way. But this idea of a super app, we are heading in that direction, where no longer do you have to jump from bank A to bank B to my brokerage account over to my derivatives account. You do it all in one place. You get a home loan, get a bank loan, you trade stocks, you trade crypto, you can move cash overseas on the blockchain. You can do it all from one app. So that is a major trend. And a lot of that, again, is due to and necessitates the evolution and the improvement and the upgrade of that market infrastructure.
But yeah, I mean, listen, crypto is the enabler of almost every single one of these massive improvements to our financial system. I don't think people are fully focused on this because, again, I'm so excited about what's happening here because everyone in the comments lately has been very negative because, for a whole year, price action hasn't really done much. Guys, I've been in this space for years. I'm telling you, with XRP, we have been watching this entire plan come together for well over 6, 7, 8 years now. And we're finally getting to the point where, it was all worth it because number one, price action's here. Okay. I don't think that I need to tell anyone that XRP, really hasn't done much because again, XRP since the bear market lows has 10x'd, well over 10x. So again, it's done well. Now, is it exactly where we want it to be? No, it's not. And I do expect it to get to that point. But the main thing that I'm looking at here is that we're finally getting some decent price action on XRP. XRP is well above $1 still. On top of that, we're still seeing that clear confirmation from the institutional players, from the massive TradFi guys, that this is a reality. It's happening. It's coming. And we still have in front of us a clear path of where this is headed. For the next 5+ years, yes, we're going to see essentially up-only value movement on chain. The biggest players are going to be here. They're going to be integrating technology that we have been talking about for years. Blockchain, DLT, smart contracts, tokenization, stablecoins itself, right? This is going to reshape our entire financial system. It's the biggest opportunity that we are, essentially a part of and will be a part of for the next 100 years, in my opinion. Now, if we think about that, we look at other players like the NASDAQ and what their time frame is. They said that the second half of 2026, by that point, they're going to be, having 24/5 trading. This is huge. And again, if we're seeing things like this, if we're seeing, the SEC telling us, hey, we're going to move all markets, all US markets on chain. And you have BlackRock saying that, hey, crypto is going to replace the traditional financial system. And Jamie Dimon saying, hey, crypto, it has immense power and potential. And then you also have the president saying that crypto is giving the dollar an upgrade and that the financial system is broken and we need new technologies. Like if you see all of this happening going into 2026 where we're about to get clarity and, increased adoption is going to happen. I mean, think about the long-term view here of how bullish this really is. We have that clear confirmation in front of us. All we need to do is be a little bit more patient. We've been patient on the SEC lawsuit. We've been patient going all the way back to like 2016, 2017. We have been watching and waiting for crypto to be recognized as a mature asset class that has immense utility behind it. And now we're finally getting to that point and everyone wants to jump off the boat. Now is not the time. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video.